folks, Amy from Colorado Mountain Living, and I thought this would be a really useful video for folks right now because I know wintertime is a time where we're trying to stay really healthy, and especially this year, people are just a lot more concerned about not getting sick and boosting up immunity. So I want to share with you 5 easy ways to supercharge your immune system right now. Things that you can do right now to improve your immunity. So number 1 is to improve diet. I know you've heard this 100 times, but the reason being, there's 3 things. One is you want to get more plant material in, fruits and vegetables, because they contain more antioxidants. The antioxidants help trash out all of the free radicals that can cause inflammation, and we all know inflammation's bad. So we want to reduce that by eating more foods that contain antioxidants, things that fight the free radicals that produce the inflammation. So fruits and vegetables of all kinds, but in specifically looking at additional benefits of fruits and vegetables. Number 2 is you want to increase good fiber in your diet because, so example, like a fruit, like a pear, the good fiber that's in this can help feed the healthy bacteria in your gut. And when you have healthy bacteria in your gut, predominantly, you have an improved immune system because it helps to favor the good bacteria growth, and you don't have an overgrowth of the bad. So that's always a balance that we're fighting day to day, is to make sure we're producing more good bacteria in our gut, and that improves the immune system. Also, foods that are rich in vitamin C, like citrus, but overall, trying to get more antioxidants, more good fiber, more healthy oils, and reducing sugar. That's probably the other big one. Number 3 is to reduce the sugar in the diet because non-nutrients that we don't need, and it can actually depress the immune system. Obviously, it could go on a lot more with diet, and I'll link to my video I've made a couple of years back on superfoods that you can eat to improve your diet. So don't miss that one. If you're liking the diet stuff, don't miss the superfoods video, and I'll put the link to that. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Well, hey guys. Okay, I think you can guess tip number 2, and that's to increase your moderate exercise. So moderate exercise is things like riding a bike, doing things that get your heart rate up, maybe a little bit more than walking. Maybe it's walking uphill, doing something a little bit more cardio. It's a little bit more than yoga, a little bit more than just strength training. Moderate exercise is something where you're going to be breathing a little bit heavier. And the recommendation is 150 minutes per week, which breaks down to 5 30-minute sessions. Or you can think about it as a 15-minute session twice a day, 5 days out of the week. So it's pretty achievable, I think, but research shows that people that have regular exercise, moderate exercise as part of the routine have better resistance to illness and catching viruses and the cold and the flu and all that stuff. So exercise has definitely been proven to be a modulator for your immune system for a long time. And that's why you keep seeing exercise as a recommendation from your doctor and your healthcare professionals and your health coaches, because it does so many things other than just try to help you have, other than just try to keep you fit and at a desirable weight. There's a lot of other health benefits, and immune system is definitely up there right now. Okay, let's move on to number 3. All right, folks, we're back in the kitchen, and I'm going to be talking about supplements to your routine, such as vitamins. So I know a lot of familiar ones come to mind, like vitamin C and zinc, and those are really great for helping to reduce the duration of your cold and your symptoms, after you've contracted an illness. But for prevention, you want to consider vitamin D. Vitamin D has been shown to really be a powerhouse in modulating the immune system. And there's research showing that people that are deficient in vitamin D are a lot more susceptible to colds and flu. So the first step is you might want to consider getting a test for vitamin D from your physician, because you might not know what your vitamin D levels are. It's hard to know. Unless you're getting substantial sun exposure, and in order to do that year round, you pretty much have to live in the southern part of the United States or close to that area, closer to the equator, because otherwise you're pretty much inside and bundled up and you're really not getting vitamin D through the sun. So supplementation is probably the way to go. So definitely take this up with your healthcare provider to figure out what amount is right for you. But there's research after research studies showing that vitamin D helps the prevention and helps to boost the immune system from actually getting these viruses. And then, vitamin C, there's so many different forms. I really like the Emergen-C brand because it's like a packet and you can put it in your water and have some flavored water if you're exercising or something like that. And there's a lot of other electrolytes in it as well. This one actually has a little bit of concentrated elderberry, which I'll mention next. But your vitamins like zinc and vitamin C, those can help reduce the symptoms and the duration of a cold after you've had it. So that's a really easy one you guys could do now. I mean, these things are available over the counter. Again, that's kind of like a quick addition to also eating healthy, right? Okay, and when moving on to number 4, in addition to your vitamins, there's also a wide variety of supplements that can help with modulating the immune system as well. And I'm going to go over one that's grown up here. And there's so many, I don't have time to go over all the different ones. And I forgot to mention garlic earlier, so that's another great one for helping boost the immune system. But definitely there's a lot of plant-based herbals and roots, and just there's a lot available to us to help just with that seasonal vulnerability that we can have this time of year with wanting to get our immune system even stronger. All right, so another way to boost your immune system is to enlist the help of different kinds of herbals. And I made a video, I'll put a link to it, a couple of months ago about a local herbal. It's actually a root medicine that grows up here at 10,000 feet, and that's osha root. So what I did was I took the root and I boiled it down for almost 2 hours and made a really potent decoction. And I mixed it half and half with Manuka honey. So what I'm going to do is bottle this up. This is effectively an osha syrup, a high potency osha syrup that I'm going to bottle up here. And it's just a limited supply. This is all I gathered this year. So I'm actually going to put these for sale in our coloradomountainliving.net shop online. So if you are interested and you want to try it, you can. You can also find it online on Amazon, but I can guarantee that this is organic and hand harvested in a sustainable way. I don't know what Amazon can say about theirs, different brands, but so that's what I do right now is sort of bottle it up. And to do this a little bit more easily out of a mason jar, I'm just going to put it in a measuring cup. See how thick it is? Very syrupy. It's half and half, 50-50 osha root decoction and Manuka honey, which has its own medicinal properties. And then I have a small little funnel here that I'm going to use to fill these jars up. So these are 2-ounce jars. So in addition to using osha root, you can also try, there's a lot of them available that help boost immunity, and a lot of people just take them seasonally. So you probably have heard of similar ones like echinacea or even elderberry. These are ones, that one's a little bit full, that you just take them for the season and they just kind of boost your immune system up. They have a lot of different compounds. I'm not going to get into all of that right now. You can research it yourself. But there's, a lot of them are high in vitamin C, but also other immunomodulating properties that help to strengthen the immune system. And osha root is specific to the lungs and lung health. So I think right now people are really thinking about that with, all the viruses going around and how it tends to affect the lungs. So osha root is definitely known for having that lung protective benefit. But I will say I'm not an herbalist, so I'm not an expert in all of the different herbal remedies that you can use to help boost your immune system. So you might want to consult someone that's a little bit more familiar with that. But a good start. I know some of the popular ones, like I said, echinacea and elderberry, and I'm adding osha root to that list as well. Okay, so reason number 5 is getting better sleep. So I know this might be the hardest one. It's probably the one that people want to do the most. They really do want to sleep better, but being able to make that reality is sometimes really tricky. Sometimes you have cats that they're really pros at it, but they seem to sleep 20 hours a day. But the thing is, there are some easier ways to improve sleep. And one of them is to start using a sleep tracker. So one that Brian and I like to use is a Garmin. A lot of people think about this for sports training, but a lot of the new fitness trackers now include sleep tracking because they know that they're related. The better that you sleep, the better you perform. So tracking your sleep is really interesting. You can kind of see how restless you are. You can see how much time you spend in deep sleep or REM sleep. And it's just interesting to look for patterns. If you start tracking it a little bit more in depth, you might find that you don't sleep well on nights where you have alcohol, for example. So that's something that might be worth doing because the research shows that people that get less than 6 hours of sleep have a higher propensity to catch colds and come down with illness than people that are getting 6+ hours of sleep. You don't want to underestimate sleep as a major factor to improve your immune system. So some simple things that might help improve your sleep is to reduce screen time, sleep in a darkened area, or use a sleep mask to improve the darkness. That can increase melatonin production. If things are erratically noisy, you could use an ambient noise generator like a fan, or they even make special machines for that. But there are a lot of different ways to improve sleep, things that you can even talk to your doctor about. It may or may not involve medication, but Personally, I think improving sleep is one of the key things you can do to not only improve your immunity, but also improve your energy, and even it's linked to improved metabolic health and easier weight loss as well. So anyways, guys, those are the 5 tips I've got for you to supercharge your immune system right now. And hopefully you'll leave a comment on which one you want to start working on. A couple of them are easy. You can just start taking some of these vitamins or supplements, and working on the diet, and exercise and sleep can be a little bit more challenging. But I'd love to hear what you have tried in the past, what's worked for you, or what you look forward to working on to get your immune system as strong as it's ever been. Thanks, guys. We'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye.